Hey friend, welcome back to Holistic Moms. I'm your host, Shan. Okay, so we want to be consistent. We know this is the key to success. We hear it all the time, and we want to lower our stress and have more peace in our lives overall. We get going on these amazing goals and we feel good for a day, 2 days maybe. Why can't we keep going? Why does this keep happening? We want this, but we can't stay consistent. I am going to share with you today the key missing piece. Yes, this is a key piece that will help you to be consistent. You ready? Let's go. Hey mama, are you stressed by the lack of time in the day to do all the things? Are you feeling disconnected from God, your husband, and even your kids because patience and presence seem out of reach? Do you want a healthier body, mind, spirit, and home, but overwhelmed in where to start? Hey, I'm Shan Wright, daughter of the king, wife, mom to 4, RN, wellness coach, and I know very well what it feels like to want to live well, but about to lose it with my very blessed, full life. After realizing I can't pour from an empty cup, I tracked my way to whole body wellness and so much peace. If you are ready to cancel the stressed out life, learn tactical, intentional strategies as a mom wearing many hats, find more peace, confidence, and joy raising kingdom kids, then listen in. Come on, mama, together we got this. Really, God's got this. So go heat up that coffee again and turn your listening ears on. Let's chat. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. We know this little joke and it's so true, yet we don't apply it to our goals, and we want to see sustainable change. And we know that comes with consistency, but we take on these big goals, these big elephants, and we wonder why we aren't consistent with them, why we can't consistently stay and do this audacious action step every day and be consistent. It's like, why do we do this to ourselves? We actually add more stress when we do this, and we know that small, consistent actions will always trump high, intense actions every day. But I think we get this goal in our mind and we want to get there faster. This is the world we live in. We want fast pace. We want to see the change now. We want the result now. Yes, we do this. And therefore, we might succeed for a short time, but we always cannot sustain this. We can't sustain this way to go on our holistic wellness journey if we want to see wellness and peace in every area of our life. Something's going to take the hit when we go after these big goals and we go after them hard and fast. So I want to share with you how I realized this in my postpartum anxiety journey. I, just had a newborn, had 2 other toddlers, and in my head, I had the big, audacious goal and expectation to be the best mom to these 3 kids, to run a one-man business show, to make all the food, do all the cleaning, do all the wifing, and do it well. And I had postpartum anxiety to show for it. When I had that moment with God to say, I can't do all of this. I have to, though. I have to do all these things. All these things, I have to do them. They're my responsibilities, and I have to do them well, and I have to do them the best. And I want to be the best at everything. That perfectionist mindset was just taking over, and it distorted all my goals and my expectations. And I didn't know how to sustain that. And I just went to God with help. I have to do all this. How do I do it? And, first he had to tell me, no, you don't have to do all of it. You don't have to do all of it perfect. I'm the only perfect one. You cannot do it perfectly. And then he gave me, in his kind, loving way, 4 very small basic action steps that I could be consistent with. God knows that we can be consistent and find more peace and sustainable change that brings a lifestyle of peace with small wellness action steps. And these will lead to that big goal and that outcome that you have in your mind, or that success, that dream, that goal. They all lead to what He has for you when you ask Him, what are these action steps I need to take? What are the responsibilities that I actually do have, and the purpose that I have in the day? What are they? Ask Him and then do what He says. So that's what I did, and it did. It brought so much peace. I was actually able to follow through and stay consistent with those things. What do you know? I mean, when God gives them to you, it's going to work, right? So do you want to overcome postpartum anxiety like me? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to have more time? Do you want to have more energy? Do you want to have more money? Do you want to improve any wellness area? Then listen up, because I'm going to tell you the missing piece. So there's a time and science proven strategy over many years, and it can spark remarkable progress in any wellness area. And the cost of this formula, this strategy, is zero to very minimal, and the effort is very small, and you can do it. Anyone can do it. It is surprising that we don't all use this strategy because of how well it works and how it's proven to work time and time again. What is it? Track your goals. Track what you want to improve. Write it down. Check it off. Use a tracker. Yes, that's it. That is the missing piece. Are you doing that? Are you tracking your goals, your behaviors, your outcomes? Are you tracking the thing that you want to change? This is the best and easiest hack to improve any wellness area in your life. So, I mean, neuroscience has proven this time and time again, that when we write things down, when we make them visible, it actually helps our brain. Like, it takes away that stress on our brain to remember. It encodes it. It helps with the storage of the memory. Okay, so why don't we do it? Why don't we all just track everything and be successful human beings in all of our goals? Why aren't we doing this? Well, two major things. One is we're distracted. So I actually send my coaching clients a tracker at the end of our session. And there are times that the coaching client has said, I didn't even get to my tracker this week. I didn't get to print it out. I never saw it. I didn't get to even read your email to print it out and look at it. And they just get distracted. We have these goals and we have these dreams, and life gets in the way, and we have children that kind of steer us off course. We're going to do one thing and we're going to do it and we're about to do it, and then mommy. So, it happens. Life happens. We get distracted and forgetful. And that keeps us from tracking. And the other thing is that we sometimes, the truth hurts, and we don't want to write it down, and we don't want to have a starting point and say, okay, I'm starting here, but my goal is way out there. How am I going to get there? And so we just don't track it because the truth hurts, and writing it down and writing something in plain sight and having something in plain sight is sometimes too much for us. It's overwhelming. We see this big goal and it's overwhelming and stressful to see where we are now in reality and where we want to go. And so we don't track it. But friends, that's called avoiding. And we can't do that, right? We've learned that is a coping mechanism of anxiety and stress, and it does not serve us. So instead of avoiding, we're going to write it down. Okay, so my solution to this these problems as to why we're not tracking is my wellness tracker. What do you know? It is a tracker. You have to use a tracker. So what are you going to do? First off, you're going to print it out and display it. You're going to display it on a mirror, on a kitchen counter. That's where I put things. On the fridge, on a desk that you're going to be at every single day. Wherever it is, you're going to check it off the same time every day. And this is actually the easy part because you can stack this on top of a habit. So you can actually put it next to your toothbrush. So you're going to put it in the bathroom. So when you're brushing your teeth, you check off the tracker. So you're stacking it onto another habit you already have. For instance, say you're tracking your sleep and you want more energy and you want to get more sleep every night. You're going to mark it down first thing in the morning as you're brushing your teeth. Maybe you're tracking your steps and you have a goal, a weight loss goal, and you know the first thing is you need to start getting more steps in your day. And so you're going to track it off at night when you're brushing your teeth and you're going to check off how many steps you got that day. So stacking it and checking it off each day is going to be key. And the whole issue of our goals being too big and not achievable and too audacious is when you're going to book me for a coaching call. Yes, together we will discuss your 3-month goal, even further than that if you want. And then we are going to reverse engineer the goal and come up with very small, achievable action steps that you can take each week. Okay. And then the major other key, I also want to say, what is a tracker doing? It is holding you accountable. It's a visible reminder of accountability. It is saying, hey, person, I'm sitting here and you see me and here's my goal laid out in front of you. You're going to check it off or you're not going to check it off. And that feeling and that is still holding you accountable that, oh man, I didn't get to that goal today. I didn't get to take my action step today. I'm going to do it tomorrow. You know, you always have the next day. It's not saying because you didn't check it off that day, you're a failure. Nope. We're working towards a goal. And so we're not going to be perfect. But the tracker being visible is a sense of accountability. And then the other big sense of accountability is me. Yeah, working with me, an accountability coach, because I will hold you to these action steps each week, and then we will improve on them to get you to your goal. So the other thing that you really want to think about is how, as a Christian mom, you're working with God on these goals. And I talked about that with my story of asking God what action steps. And so we will pray over your goals together. You personally can pray, and I encourage you to pray over your goals and ask God, what am I supposed to do here? I have this big goal or I have this dream. What do you say about this dream? What do you say about this goal? And how do I get there? And then ask him what action steps to take to get there. And Proverbs 16:3 says, commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plans. Your plans, your goals, he will help you track them. So commit to him what you want and work hard at it with him and commit. Commit means he's holding you accountable. Use God as your accountability and say, God, I'm committed to you. And then commit to your tracker and commit the action steps that you're going to take. He knows best. Go to him. Always be praying over your wellness goals. Always be praying over the areas that you want to improve because he knows you best and he loves you and he wants you to live in a place of peace with him. Okay, let me just recap real quick. What are you going to do? We've talked about why this is so important and why tracking is really going to help you stay consistent and why you're not doing it and how you're going to do it. So what you're going to do is print the tracker. You can find my free wellness tracker in the show notes, or you can go to theshanwright.com and that is my website, and you will find the tracker there. Okay, so first off, you're going to get your tracker. You're going to print it off right away where it is visible. Then You're going to book me for a coaching session to discuss the goals and fill out the tracker together, or you're going to fill it out yourself. You're going to discuss with God these small achievable action steps, and you're going to write them down on the wellness tracker, and it is going to hold you accountable. You're going to commit to God, and you're going to commit to yourself, and you're going to commit to the tracker, and it's going to be visible and hold you accountable. Or I'm going to hold you accountable as well. So if you book me for that session at theshanwright.com/coaching, I can also hold you accountable. This is what I do. I'm an accountability coach. And so this is the key to success is accountability. It is a secret code. You're, staying consistent and tracking is how you're going to stay consistent. How are you going to stay consistent with the tracking is have the accountability. And so that's where I come in and I will help you do that. And so again, theshanwright.com/coaching. You can grab a coaching session there with me. And that is what I love to do. I love to help people reach their goals and break them down in very small, achievable action steps that you can get there in, because that's what I did. And I want to help you too. Okay, friend, that's what we got for today. I want you to stay consistent in whatever wellness area you are pursuing peace in right now. And that's how you're going to do it, is to track it. If you're not tracking yet, get on the tracking train with me. Let's do it together. I pray God's peace over you. Shalom, shalom. Hey, Wellness Warrior. I pray that blessed you. And if so, it would bless me big if you would write a 5-star review and subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Not only would this make me super happy, but it will allow for others to find this show too. Also, I love to chat over on Instagram, so make sure to take a screenshot, share to your Instagram stories, and tag me at @theshanwright so I can see it and we can keep chatting and bring other moms to chat with us. Until we get to chat again, mama friend, may the Lord's face shine upon you and give you peace.